We've been learning a ton over the last several years, working with all of our customers and figuring out the best way to engage different levels of people in the organization. I'm Greg Jacobson. I'm the CEO and co-founder of KaiNexus. And what we really have learned and realized is that what we're talking about is developing habits in people, but in doing that at scale. So really creating organizational habits. And we just decided to use the work of Charles Duhigg and his work of Power of Habit and really understanding that habit loop where a person has a cue, they do a routine, and they get a benefit. And we'll realize that can be applied to continuous improvement. It can be applied to how do you want to engage all the different people in your organization to think about improvement, to do improvement, and then to get the benefit of improvement work. And it's really revolutionized how we are recommending to communicate internally about the continuous improvement efforts. And we've gone even a step further where we've broken that down into the different personas of everyone at your organization. So you have a frontline persona. This is a person that might be interacting with improvement work maybe once a week, maybe once a month, maybe once a year. They're certainly not an improvement expert, but you really need their buy-in to come to the improvement table, if you will. But this is a frontline persona. So think about, well, what are the cues to trigger a frontline person to think about improvement, to engage in the improvement process? What's the routine you want to do? And then what's the benefit? So the cue might be their manager mentioning continuous improvement and mentioning, hey, put it in KaiNexus. It might be something on the wall, QR code saying, hey, put your idea or your problem or your opportunity here. The routine is just showing them and creating a really simple experience at KaiNexus that they go in and just capture what they're doing. And then the benefit, maybe it's recognition at the weekly meeting. Maybe it's a senior leader commenting on their improvement work. Maybe it's a badge they get for engaging. And so as you're thinking about different personas, the second persona that we've identified and are working with are the middle management. We call them the leader persona. Let's be honest, these are the people that are driving all of the improvement work. But think about with that persona, what is the cue for them? Are you setting up standard work where they're doing daily huddles in the morning? Are you engaging with some kind of routine with the CI coach? Is there some kind of cadence that allows them to think about it? Is it their daily digest? So what is the cue for that person? What's the routine you want them to go in? They're probably going to go into a different board in KaiNexus. They're going to make sure that issues and problems and A3s or whatever kind of improvement you're working on is being addressed. And then of course, again, what is going to be the benefit to them? So think through that. And then as you're going through the different personas, the executive leader or the senior leader, how is that person going to engage in your continuous improvement efforts? How are you going to help create the behaviors you want to see in them? So maybe the cue is you're meeting as a CI coach or expert. You're meeting with that person, I don't know, once a week for 15 minutes, making sure that they're logging into KaiNexus, they're seeing the data that you want them to see or that they want to see. Maybe they're liking or acknowledging or commenting on something. And then the benefit for them is to see all the impact of the continuous improvement work that's having on the organization. And of course, you've got to think about your CI coach and then the fifth persona, the KaiNexus champion. So as you're working with us to figure out your communication plan, I really want you to be thinking about the habit loop, this cue, routine, benefit, and I really want you to be thinking about how does it work for each one of the 5 personas. We are really excited to be working with you on making continuous improvement spread and utilizing, I think, a lot of this behavioral science to figure out how to get humans to do behaviors that you want them to do.